Hey, third grade families. Welcome to third grade. We're just so excited to get to work with y'all and get to see y'all real soon. So cool thing is y'all get to see a lot of the teachers on third grade, whether in small group or in person or maybe in some recorded videos. We just want to go ahead and introduce ourselves to you. And my name is Heather Carson.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Michael. Nice to meet you.
I'm Mrs. Richardson. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Kimball. Nice to see you guys.
Hey, I'm Kimberly Miller.
Hi, I'm Selena Chow. We want to take the time to thank you for taking the survey. We have compiled a list of those questions you guys have asked, and we will answer them in this PowerPoint.
All right, so I know one of y'all's burning questions is the schedule. What is a day in the life of a third grader gonna look like? Well, it's gonna be the same digitally and in person. All the students are gonna start their day with a morning meeting. We would love just to get to talk to them, talk about maybe their day before, maybe a quick warm up with a question. So that's gonna be live. They're gonna log into a Zoom link. And then after that, they can log out, and this is when they will start watching the recorded mini lessons. So our math block is from 9 to 10:20. Their mini lesson will probably be about 8 minutes long, not super long. And then after that mini lesson that's recorded, they'll go into small groups. Now, they may not necessarily have a live small group, but you will learn more about that in another slide. And then from that small group, they will be working on an independent task. From 10:20 to 10:50, they'll be doing science or social studies. They will not be doing the same subject every day. So that's 2 days for science and 2 days for social studies during a school week. From 10:50 to 11:50, this is an awesome time for them to stand up, take a break, eat some lunch, maybe go outside for a minute, take a recess. And again, that will be the same time as well, face-to-face. Then around 11:50 to 12:45, they will do a reading lesson. The beginning of reading lesson, we would love to just kind of read to them, break up the day. That might be a read aloud. That might be, again, another question, but that will be recorded as well. Then we will go into our mini lesson, and same thing, small group and independent practice. After reading, we're going to dive into writing from 12:50 to 1:45. From that, again, the mini lesson will be recorded. Same thing, small group and independent practice as well. 1:50 to 2:15 is kind of a flexible block for us. It's called CQI time. That's a time where us teachers can look at what is our kids not understanding, where do they need enrichment, where can we remediate. And so that's just a block that we might say, hey, I want to meet with these kids over how to multiply a little bit more. Again, that will be part of the small group schedule we will send out. From 2:20 to 3:05, they will have specials. They will log into, we will send a link on our eClass page to access their specials assignments for the day. And then we will finish off our day at 3:05 to 3:10 with just an ending meeting. Just talk about our day, what's going well, how are they doing. And again, same thing with face-to-face.
All right, so as far as attendance goes, it will be taken during the morning meeting. So when your student logs on to eClass and logs into the morning meeting, then we as teachers will note their attendance. However, if your child is not able to make it to the morning meeting, we will take their attendance once they do log into eClass.
So during digital learning, we will have small group. A weekly email will be sent out to let you know when your child will have a small group lesson. For that week, the Zoom link will be reoccurring. Your child will attend at least one small group meeting during the week. So we encourage your child to attend all live group sessions. For some reason, if your child misses any group lesson, you will be notified. Small group lessons will be recorded. So first few weeks might be an individual group lesson in reading.
Okay, guys, assignments will be given daily after each recorded mini lesson. The mini lesson will teach your child how to complete the assignment. So if your child does not understand, remember that, they have a mini lesson, but they'll also have their small group. So it is important for you to watch the full video on time. These assignments will be expected to be completed and uploaded that day unless noted. Students will work independently, that means by themselves. But please understand that if you think your child needs a little bit more support, we're okay with that, but please do not give them assistance where you give them all the answers. We will help them in small group if they need help understanding the concept.
We will be giving assessments, and these assessments will be given after each unit. And also assessments this year will be also been able to be included on Fridays as well.
Here is the new eClass layout. Your child will go to their homeroom teacher's eClass page. Once on that page, they will click on the digital learning icon displayed. Once they click that icon, you will see all of the activities for each subject for that day. Inside of each subject, you will see this template where you will notice it's broken up into the activating strategy, the mini lesson, and the independent practice. The activating strategy is just a short activity to kind of get the kids thinking about what the lesson for that day is going to be about. It could be as simple as a poll or even just a picture. The mini lesson is going to be a pre-recorded video of the AKS for that day. And then their independent practice is going to be an activity based on the mini lesson we had taught for that day. And students will be required to complete that and turn it in. They could turn it in on some of the platforms such as Seesaw.
Fridays are going to look very similar to where we kind of use Fridays in the springtime. Fridays, there will not be any new content. However, we can give a few assessments on Fridays. So this is a day for completing any unfinished work. Maybe you got behind in a subject. Some teachers might schedule some live small group lessons with some students. So it's just a flexible day. It might look different every week, but again, we are allowed to give assessments on that day as well.
And with this upcoming Friday, we will be having new content, but every other Friday will not be.
All right, for those students that are identified as gifted, they will have thinking skills with Ms. Beasley or Ms. Butler, and that will be on Fridays after Labor Day. So be looking for information from either Ms. Butler or Ms. Beasley after Labor Day. Also, those of you who are placed into a gifted cluster classroom will have that individual teacher enrich your student.
As far as homework is concerned, there will be no homework given during digital learning as students are already working from home.
Your child will receive 2 math textbooks. We will use the math textbooks for full small group activities for in-person and in digital. So parents, we just advise you not to allow your child to go ahead in the textbook because the teacher will have assignments that are specifically related to any content that we're teaching. So only have them complete assignments that we've asked them to complete.
So with computers, students will have to be on the computer daily, and we understand that something will come up and you might not be able to attend that live small group or, morning meeting or something like that, but you can still achieve it at the end of the day. So teachers will be able to record their lessons, so you will be able to view those afterwards if need be. Teachers will host a live Zoom small group activity for remediation or enrichment. Your child may be meeting with that teacher or may not be meeting with that teacher every subject, so just please look out for an email about that.
Here are the technology websites that we will be using in 3rd grade. To begin the school year, we will only be focusing on Seesaw and eClass, but as the year progresses, we will slowly introduce the other platforms such as Nearpod, MobyMax, RazKids, Epic, and Flipgrid.
So I know some of you received a supply list for third grade. This was before we really knew how third grade was going to run or how the school is going to run. So this is the updated list. We completely understand if y'all have already purchased things. Again, we completely understand. For right now, if your student is digital, right now they just need headphones that they can use, and headphones are great to plug into devices, so it kind of cancels out outside noises. We would love for expo markers and some crayons they might use for an assignment in their notebooks. Floor and marble composition notebooks are great. And we're going to use some Post-it notes, especially at home as well, for some of their books. So those are great for digitally. Once kids transition to in-person, we do ask that they bring a mask. They can most certainly have an extra mask in their book bag, but we do ask that they have their name on it. Again, we want to just make sure we keep up with our own mask. Same thing with the headphones and the pencils. We ask that they do have a pencil pouch. Please no pencil box because it won't fit in their desk. And then just 24 crayons, same thing like the digital list. And again, if you are getting pencils, we would love these certain brands because they're the best that, they stay sharpened and they last the longest. And then when they're in class, we would love for you to include 5 folders with pockets. That's where they're going to keep just handouts and any unfinished work. And then just a pair of scissors, glue sticks, tissues, again, Post-it notes just like at home because we're going to use those a lot with reading. If you do have a girl student, we would love for, them to just donate some Clorox wet wipes, or even baby wipes are great. We would just love to make sure our classroom stays neat and tidy. And then just gallon bags. And then boys, we would love some hand sanitizer and sandwich bags. We're going to be keeping our mask and sandwich bags when they're at recess. But please make sure you also put your students' names on their items. They will keep most of their items at their desk. We're not sharing supplies this year, but we would still like to make sure we know that it's theirs if it happens to come up missing.
All right, so you all may have already received information about the district-wide technology test. That is for all students as well as teachers at Taylor. It's going to be district-wide, so it will be throughout Gwinnett County. It is scheduled right now for this coming Monday, August the 10th, and it will be from 11 to 11:30. You are able to access this technology test through eClass. So how are you going to do that? Well, you need to log into your eClass, your teacher's eClass, and then you're going to view a short video. There will be a very short Zoom session, and then you're just going to follow the directions and answer a question about your favorite subject. Again, the reason for this test is just to make sure we've got all of our technology ready to go, that our bandwidth is working, because of course, we're getting ready to hit a whole bunch of technology coming up, and we want to make sure it all works before we get started on Wednesday.
There will be curbside pickup for lunch. So you should have, or you will receive an email regarding curbside pickup for lunch. So it will take place from 11 o'clock a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. And you may be able to, or you will be able to pick up at any school within our cluster.
Thanks for joining us on this video, parents and students. We just wanted to say that we're looking forward to meeting you, and we know it's going to be an awesome year. We want to let you know that you can give your child as much support as they need. But we are here to review concepts with your child and make sure that they understand. So if you need us, we'll be in small groups with your child, and you can also email us. And we thank you for all that you're doing as a parent, and we look forward to seeing you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.